Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. Today I'm joined by Austin Mitchell, who is the owner-founder of Purposefull Productions. Austin, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thanks so much for having me, buddy. I'm excited to be here.
What is it you do, and how does it benefit your customers? How can they do business with you?
For me, I'm an owner of a podcast recording studio, and how we benefit our customers is we give our customers a platform to put their conversations on camera with a podcast recording studio. We allow them to if they have a business, talk about the industry, talk about what they do. Podcasts are a great media outlet for businesses. If you are a business, you have to be a media company. So we give the people opportunity to have a conversation, put it on camera, put their vision on video, and we just help that with our different sets that we have in the studio, and many different things.
Okay. So what makes you stand out, you say, from the businesses in your niche?
I would say what makes us stand out, number one, is our versatility. We're very versatile with the different sets that we have in the studio. Most studios that you'll find here in the DFW area, they have one or two sets. We have a various type of sets that we do in our studio. You can have a 2-person set, a couch set, a desk set, and then where we set up our cameras and microphones is very versatile. And so we make, that's how we're different. I believe our service is exceptional. We make sure our clients are comfortable. We make the process easy. The website is very smooth and easy. You get on the website, you choose your set, book your time, and you leave the rest to us. It's super simple and easy.
Everyone I've been to his website, the sets are clean. They look great. They have there's a monitor on most sets, great lighting, very comfortable seating. So it's a podcast setting that allows for different types of, I want to say genres, but non-business as well. It's like you want to be comfortable and have a conversation. It looks like, Austin can accommodate you there. What gave you the idea for this business?
The funny thing is, I was not expecting ever to own a podcast recording studio.
No kidding.
Really God put it on my heart to start my own podcast.
Great.
And so I got the equipment, I bought the microphones, the lighting, the cameras. And while I was doing that, God put it on my heart to, it's like, hey, you're about to start your own podcast and you're buying all this equipment. Most people record podcasts maybe 1 to 2 a week at the most. And so like the equipment will just be sitting there all the other time when you're not recording.
True.
So use the equipment to help other people produce their podcasts, to help them make other videos. And because it's like 2 birds, 1 stone, and so I was like, I can record my podcast and I also can help other people record theirs in a way to make another stream of income.
So our show is called Growing Your Business. Let's talk about your plan for business growth. I mean, right now you have one studio area.
Yes.
And where are you located?
I'm located in Caddo Offices, a studio there in Plano, Texas, in the North Plano area.
Talk to me about your growth plan. Let's say people are just knocking down your door. What does that look like for you?
So you mean growth plan as in what we want to do?
How do you plan to grow your business?
Okay, so for me, number one, as you guys know, through marketing, you go into market to your clients, to your potential consumers, and you do that through Google ads, social media ads, through referrals, through different magazine outlets or media outlets. I was grateful today that just today a magazine outlet published about my production company.
Terrific.
And so I'm grateful for that. And so just getting different media outlets. But also, I think I'm really huge on prayer and believing and putting my trust in the Lord. I think asking the Lord, like, Lord, what's the marketing ideas? What are strategies you should give me? Because I think it's a great way to have a unique strategy. Like for you with your business, we were talking last week. It's like you have such a unique strategy on the way to get clients to market, bringing people and having these conversations. I think that's a great way to get to know your industry, get to know people. And the way you do is very unique. And so I think that's how most businesses should do. And that's why you stuck out to me so much. I was like, wow, I love being around people that think different. Yeah. And the way you were telling me your marketing plan, your growth plan, I'm like, wow, that's really great. And so with that, doing that, just different marketing. And I want to grow from podcasts to other type of productions. Yes. Right now, we're just doing podcasts, but I love in the future, maybe years down the line, to start, doing documentaries. I love terrific. I would love, we're starting with podcasts now, but I love documents, people's journeys, people's stories. I never wanted to get into movies or commercials or anything like that, but I just love helping people share their story in a cool way. Documentaries is one of my favorite things to watch. I just finished watching it's called Sprint on Netflix. It's a documentary about the different sprinters that are going to go to the Paris Olympics coming up.
Wow. Okay.
And it's amazing. I just love seeing the background story, seeing people's struggles, people's highs, people's lows, and just real life. And I just want to share perspectives and sides of people that they usually don't get to see.
You mentioned, I hear the phrase repeatedly, just podcasts. And for our listening audience, the hard part of podcasts is not sitting down and having these conversations on a nicely lit set with good audio. The hard part is in the planning, the preparation, the passion, your inspiration, and the execution. It's kind of like you have two things you can do. You can regret, or you can have discipline and do. Right. And so podcasting requires the discipline, the doing, and also, like Austin sitting across from me, people who are capable of making sure you look and sound your best and are passionate about and purposeful about making a quality product, and having quality conversations and the coaching that comes along with that is people like you and me, Austin, who are podcasters and other media creators. We understand the whole path. So I want to talk about that. Talk to me about the customer journey for you. How do they engage? Like, what is the all the way through? Let's say someone approaches you. That's how it starts. Walk me through that.
So someone approaches me and they was like, hey, like, I would love to do a podcast. Like, what type of podcasting do you do? What type of equipment do you do? But before I even answer those questions, I always want to know, like, what are you passionate? What story do you want to tell? What type of podcast is it? Because I always want to relate to my customer before I tell them how we can help them, before I tell them about pricing, before I tell them about the equipment. Because like you just said, you want that human interaction. You want to seem human. I think a lot of times in business, we just look at people as a paycheck or as a money sign. Like, I want a number, all those different things. So first I want to get to know them. So they come up to me where they find me on, Google, or they call, or Instagram or Facebook. And I want to get to know them. And then I tell them, like, hey, oh, that's great. Yeah, we're able to do a podcast for you. And how we do it is we keep everything simple for you. I show them the website if they have not been on the website already. So I'll go on the website with them. Say, hey, you can choose from these various sets. I tell them about our hourly rates. I tell them if you need editing, that's an extra cost. But sometimes the way it is, a lot of people don't need the editing in between, timestamps. They know how to edit out themselves, but they don't know how to do that. We can do it for them. Great. And then I'll call them. They'll book their time, and then I'll ask them, is there anything that you need, before we get going, just to make sure they're comfortable. And then when they get in the actual studio, I'll say, ask me any question that you need. I want you to be most comfortable. I want you to relax. I want this to be smooth and easy for you. Because I know a lot of times people should get it in and out, in and out, in and out. But like, no, let's like you said, let's not see them as a product. Let's see them as a person. We never want to see people just as a number. And for me, I just get to know them, because you want that relationship. You want to find friendships in the industry, people who have similar heart and passions as you, but also, you would want them to be a recurring customer too, a recurring client. And so from beginning to end, and after it gets done, I send them their podcast through Dropbox, and then I'll call them, let them know it's ready. But also, I want to get to know them. It's like, hey, let me know how it goes. Let me know if you need anything else, and I'll check in with them even between bookings. And just that you want to, like you said, make a person, not a product or service, and not a number. That's how it goes from beginning to the end.
So Austin, I know you have the studio in a Caddo office and in the North Plano location, and Caddo has, I think, 9 locations in the area. Tell me what brought you to the Caddo space.
So the funny thing is, when I had this on my heart to start a podcast studio, I had no idea where I was going to do it. It was funny thing is, my mother actually is a counselor, and she's a counselor at the North Plano Caddo Offices. And so she has an office there, and I was there.
And what's the name of her business?
Forward Movement Counseling.
Forward Moving Counseling.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, Forward Movement Counseling.
Forward Movement Counseling.
Yes.
Is that like a .com?
Yes. Also, yeah.
Just want to give her a plug.
There you go. There you go.
Take care of mom.
If you need a counselor, take care of mom. If you need a counselor, she is great. She is great. Knows the industry. She's so loving, so kind, like she's
terrific.
But yeah, she has an office there. And then I was just like, wow, I believe I can do a podcast studio there. And then the manager at Caddo Offices, shout out to Ashley. She's great. She gave me a tour of different rooms and different. So I was like, wow, I can do a studio here. And it worked. And so it was just so smooth. They had 2 of the size of offices that I needed left. And so I was like, wow, I got to make this quick. And and then there was one, but I felt like it was just for me, and she was so sweet.
Yeah.
And just with the process was so smooth. I was like, this, I believe this is a God thing. I feel like God's just drawing me towards this, and then like we got it going, and then it's been up from there. Thank the Lord.
That's fabulous. So they have great amenities. Now, obviously we're recording here in the Plano Maple Shade location where Visual Learning Solutions and our podcasts are recorded. And I've had the same experience, just generally great people, great amenities, and the sound, because you and I, sound is very important to us.
Yes.
This place is built so well. The walls are thick, and the noise is managed very well. The people are great. We have different building managers, but Tara is ours, and she's just fabulous. So, what would you say are the main benefits? Look in the Caddo community. It's called Caddo Offices Reimagined. What would you say are the main benefits of doing business here and having your business in a Caddo facility?
I think a Caddo facility is great because, number one, you get the privacy that you need, but also the community that you need.
Terrific.
And so like you can run your business, run your service from your office space here or studio space here. Where do you have, at the same time, you get that privacy, but at the same time, if you want to go out to the common work area, you get to meet great people who are like-minded, who are also entrepreneurs, who are also have a heart for a business or a heart for the same industry you may work in. And so I think you get the privacy and the community, and you get to just meet so many different people, and you get to network, you get to connect. And the thing about it is there's so many different types of businesses, and as we are consumers, we are consumers as human beings. And so you can consume from other businesses here. Like there may be a chiropractor here. There may be someone who's a masseuse here. And so like people who usually go to chiropractor also have a masseuse. And so like people can connect. You can share honestly customers and clients in a healthy way and in a non-competitive way. Some things are competitive, so you have multiple counselors and things like that with any industry, with any business, but something that makes it great at Caddo, they have that. Also, it's very clean. I love how clean it is. It's like, it's always spotless. It's clean. And then office managers are great here. Like I said, I met Tara today for the first time, and then Ashley's great at the Plano North campus. And so I'm grateful for that. I had great experiences. And then also the conference rooms they have here, the other office spaces don't always have. You can have access to all of the Caddo Offices conference areas.
Right.
And those are nice. There's availability usually when you need it. And so those are just great amenities of Caddo Offices. And that's something I've enjoyed being a client of.
What type of businesses should approach you? I mean, who can you serve best, I think is the right way to put it.
I believe any business owner, any person who wants to talk about a certain topic or conversation. Most people, they start podcasts because they're passionate about a certain industry, a certain topic, whether it could be about God, whether it could be about sports, whether it could be about a certain type of books, wherever, politics. Some people have different podcasts they want to talk about and have different conversations. But I think anyone it works. If you want to educate an audience, if you want to build credibility, if you just have something that you want to share to the world that you feel like that's not being shared in the world. I think that those are the best things. People want to talk about the things that are on their heart or things that no one's talking about. And so those are my ideal customers, people just who want to have something in their heart they want to share. And I know that's very broad. It's not a niche, but that's the beautiful thing about podcasting.
It is.
It's so many people, they can actually have a platform where they can share what's on their heart. If you look at YouTube or Spotify, there's different things. You see an array of different podcasts,
right?
Different things.
Yeah, niches is where it is. So interesting. What's the best way to contact you?
I would say the best way to contact me is just directly to our website.
Gotcha.
And if you go to our website, you can get our email, you can get our phone number. And so just go into purposefullproductions.com. Purposeful has 2 L's. A lot of people think it's purposeful, but it's full because we want people to live full of purpose.
Nice.
We want people to podcast full of purpose. So purposefullproductions.com. You can get everything you need to know about the studio. You can get our email. You can get our phone number. If you want to call, because a lot of people have questions about, the sets, the pricing, the editing, how it works. Sometimes people are new to podcasting. So you go to our website, we can answer all the questions. We also have frequently asked questions page too. That can save you time if you don't want to call or if you don't feel comfortable calling. But go on our website, you get all the information. And also Instagram, Purposefull Productions.
That's wonderful. And for our listeners, obviously, all of the links and other things Austin's provided to me are going to be in the show notes. So just scroll down on any of the platforms this is provided. You'll find all types of links there to reach out to Austin and learn more. So Austin, again, thank you for joining us today. It's been a great guest.
Buddy, thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed it a lot. This was fun. And thank you for giving me this opportunity and sharing your platform with me. I truly appreciate that.
We're glad to have you. Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagined. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.